Hey everybody, I'm Chantele DiBrava and this is my hip spotlight. I've been doing music since I can remember. I hate saying like, oh, I've been singing since I was 3, but my first like little show or whatever, I was 8. So I'll say since then I've been, doing music, and my first kind of like professional job, I was 14. So let's say I've been doing this since I was 14. I used to have this diary, I think it was like 10 years old, and I used to write poems. And my mom was like, you could turn those into songs. So I was like, okay, then I like took all the poems and kind of like wrote choruses and turned them all into songs. I think I still have the diary. All my friends I write about. If you talk to me, I'm gonna write about it. If you're in a relationship with me, I'm probably gonna write about it. I write about everything. It's like there's a song in every conversation. Ultimately, I love football. I'm a huge football fan. Okay, go Jets. It's definitely a love song. My dad was in the war, my grandfather was in the war. There's a lot of military people around me, and it kind of just came from that. Like, I just had this idea, and was like Friday Night Lights. It was like football season, and I kept seeing the idea of the stadiums and how people feel like at games and when you're young and in school, falling in love. And it's not just really about football, it's really about the love story behind it all. I love the movie Friday Night Lights, I'm not gonna lie. It's a story that's really heart-wrenching to me because everything isn't perfect. Everybody's life isn't perfect. Even if you are the guy that they think is gonna, supposed to finish at the top, it doesn't always work out how it's planned, but there's a plan for everyone and there's a way to figure things out, and you have to make the best of what cards you're handed. It's just kind of like in Friday Night Lights. He goes off to the war, they're in love, he's a great athlete, he comes back in a wheelchair, but he's still happy sitting under the Friday Night Lights with the love of his life. So, there's a lesson to be learned there. Oh my God, I knew I was gonna make a music video of it as soon as I wrote it. Like, I was sitting on my bed, I don't even know what I was thinking about, and I was just fooling around with chords and just came up with like the chorus, like Friday Night Lights. And I was like, okay, I had called Ken, I'm like, we have to shoot this video. Then I had all these grand ideas for the video, like we need fireworks, we need this, we need that. Like this specific video, a lot went into. There's so many different scenes. Like for instance, the casting. It was kind of like, I wrote it as if, they're very young, it's like the 70s, and then 30 years down the line. So I had to find kids that looked close to who we casted older. There's like so much that went into it, even like this cornfield. Ken actually was like, I have this idea of a cornfield. The minute he said cornfield, I'm like, I know a cornfield. We got to get to the cornfield immediately. I went down to Escher Farms, I think it was, and it was the day before they were about to make the corn maze, and I'm like, you cannot cut this corn down. I need to shoot a scene for my video here. And they're like, are you crazy? I was like, please, I need to shoot this scene. They were like, come back tomorrow, we'll cut it at night. So like that scene got in. We drove, to the border to get the fireworks. The whole thing was just kind of like, you get these grander ideas and you make them happen, but there definitely is a plan. It doesn't just happen like overnight, but I couldn't be happier with the outcome of the video. I really love it.